Welcome to the eBusiness Boss channel. If you haven't been here before, hello. My name is Nick and this channel is all about helping you understand how we are making money online. Now, one of the biggest ways we earn money online is with Amazon. We've run Amazon businesses full time for a number of years now, and in this video I want to show you how I would start an Amazon FBA business if I only had $1,000. Okay, so when we started, we had roughly double that amount. That's what we got started with, but I'm pretty confident that even if you've only got $1,000, you can take a load of this advice and get started with your very own Amazon business. Okay, so if you are interested in learning about this sort of stuff, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications bell, because that way you're going to be the first to know about useful videos just like this. So I'm going to try and keep this video nice and quick for you because I want to deliver instant value for you guys. So we're using a tool called Blackbox. If you're a subscriber here, you'll know I use this a lot. And what I've done is I'm looking for product opportunities that are low in competition, but are going to be suitable for us, because for the purposes of this video, we're going to imagine that we only have $1,000 to spend. Okay, so this is going to be pretty helpful if you're in that position. So what I've done, I've gone into Blackbox and I've just selected a couple of categories, and I've already found an example product for you guys. This literally took me about 20 minutes, but it's just going to keep things quick for you. So I've selected the home and kitchen category, and I've set a bottom monthly revenue amount of $7,500. Okay, I've set the pricing criteria between $20 and $30, and I've set the review count to a maximum of 100 reviews. Now, this is important because if you're just starting out and you've only got $1,000, well, you don't want to be competing with people that have huge budgets. And I want to help you find an easy product win that you can source, that you can list on Amazon, and you can get selling and start making some profit really, really quickly. And we didn't order loads and loads of units when we started out. We started with an order of 500 units, and we built it. We started launching different types of products, and yeah, we've been working for ourselves for over 3 years now. So I've clicked search, and I'll just click it again just to show you that it is actually quite quick, and you can just start scanning through. So you can really take your time to look through these results. And product research, I usually say to our students that really you should be spending a good couple of weeks on that process. You might find a winner straight away, but don't be afraid to take a little bit of time, because this is a product that should be making you income for years and years to come. So as you scan through, a few things I want you to be aware of. I want you to avoid any big brand names, okay? I want you to avoid any products that either have just one review, like this one here, or have a complete full 5-star review status. Yeah, just be aware of those things. But the main thing we want to avoid are big brands, because we want to be looking at listings that are going to be easy for us to come in and steal a percentage of those sales, okay? So we're scrolling down, and this is the product of interest, okay? Now, we've got here, they're called natural wooden coat hooks. So they're pretty simple, and yeah, we've got some interesting information here. So over the last 90 days, they're up 14%, and the sales to review ratio, which I always look at, is 9.3, which is very good. You'll see this listing here only has 67 reviews, and it's doing nearly $15,000 a month in sales. That's a lot. Okay, and yeah, I think this is a product that you could probably get started with. So this listing here, they're selling 623 of these units a month. So if you're putting in your first order and you only have $1,000, well, you're probably not going to be ordering that many units to start with. Okay, but you wouldn't necessarily have to, because it's probably unlikely, unless you've got experience, that you're going to come in and start selling as many as this listing. It's going to be something that you're going to build up, okay, over time. And as you see those sales start to increase, you really cement your review rating in there, those sales are going to build and you can reorder. And that's why I think this is going to be quite a good example. So when you're on Blackbox, and if you want a discount to this, go into the description. There's a discount there that you can save 50% from your first month. So you can go and use that if you like. If you do use it, although it makes it cheaper, we make a commission and it doesn't make it more expensive for you. We're just always upfront and honest about that sort of stuff. So you can go onto the product page, which I've done here. This is an interesting product. So they've only got a 4-star review rating overall, and they've only got 69 ratings. Okay, Pretty simple. So this is why I think this is quite interesting, because I think this is a product that is going to be easy to make. It's not going to be too high risk. It's not electronic. It's not very fragile. We aren't going to be worried about it being damaged in transit. And it's got a really low barrier to entry. We've only got a 4-star review rating, which means if you launch a product and you even get 5 reviews, and this is at 4.5 star or 5 star, then you're going to be very quickly able to soak up a lot of these sales. Okay, so I want to share a few more sort of things with you. And this is what I would do. So if you go down on this listing, you can have a look at this. So you're going to need helium-10 for this, but this is a keeper graph. So the pink line represents sales and the blue line represents price. And you can go back over the last year to see how it's performed. And the lower this pink line is, the more sales they're making. So since January, they've had pretty good sales, especially since, where are we? Yeah, sort of June time. Things have really kicked on for them. So that's an interesting thing for you to look at. Now, what I actually want you to do is, when you've got a product in mind, go down and grab the ASIN, which is this bit here. Okay, now you're going to need helium-10, but what I want us to find out is a little bit more about this product. So we can tell which keywords people are using on Amazon to actually find this product. So this is another helium-10 tool. This is why this is one of the best Amazon tools, because they have so many different tools we use. I've pasted the ASIN in there and I've clicked apply, and it's reverse searched this ASIN to tell us how it's doing on Amazon. So this listing here, no wonder they're doing quite well. They're ranked position 1, okay, which you can see on the right hand side here, for all of these keywords, okay, down to here where it then changes to 2. But the reason I want you to look at this way, you can see exactly how a listing is bringing in the traffic. So if you're a beginner and we did this and we found that basically the way this listing was bringing in traffic was through its brand name, so HomeDo, it was HomeDo whitewood hooks. Well, that would be an instant red flag, because we don't want to be selling products that have a strong presence off Amazon. Okay, we don't want to be competing directly with a listing that's doing that. Okay, if there's a number of people that are selling in the space and maybe only one of them has a strong brand presence, it isn't the end of the world. But really, yeah, we'd want to avoid. So you can see this listing here actually ranks for a load of different keywords that actually have quite a low level of search volume. But I always find that, especially if you're starting out, and this is why I wanted to do this video, you don't have to go for the most competitive keyword to start with. You should actually be strategic and find an easy way in. Okay, so if I was you and I only had $1,000 to start, I would look at a couple of these keywords. So we've got here wood towel hook, and this has got 1,300 searches a month. And in order to get onto page 1, they're saying that we need 32 product sales within 8 days. Okay, that's really not very difficult. Really not difficult. You could probably do that with PPC alone if your listing looked good. So the other keyword was wood wall hooks. So why I find this interesting is not only can we find out exactly how this listing is bringing in traffic, but we can also feed different sorts of product ideas. So if there's a keyword here that stood out, I mean, wood towel hook. So over 1,300 people a month are searching this because they want some hooks specifically to hang their towels. So what we could do is create an image here with towels on it, okay? And we could really play on the fact that our listing was created to hang towels on, or at least appeal to people looking for that. Because if people have typed that into Amazon and they see your image there with the coat hooks and there's a towel on it, psychologically you're going to be at the advantage over people that haven't got a towel, because, well, that's what the customer's there to buy. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, if we go onto Amazon and just type in wooden towel hook, we can see that a number of competitors already understand this. So look, this one's got a towel hook in there, this one's got a towel in play, this one has 2, but a lot of people haven't. And if a lot of people haven't, then that's good news, because it's a way for you to differentiate your product offering. Okay, so that's really, really important. Okay, we need to find a way to make our product slightly different, especially if we're coming in with not too much money and yeah, we've got a limited budget. Okay, so that's why I like this way, because we can find out more about our product offering before we actually go ahead and spend money on the product. Okay, and yeah, so I thought that would be interesting. Now I would go through all of these, and if you found that there was maybe 1 or 2 keywords that looked really, really good, that were maybe around 1 or 2,000 in search volume, make that keyword a priority. Make sure it's in your title, and make sure you're playing up to those points within your images. Okay, so another tool I would use is Magnet, which is again by Helium 10, and this might just feed us with different product ideas, but also show us other keywords that we want to know about. So you would type in, I've typed in here wood wall hooks, and you've got here a load of different keywords, and you can change the filters here. If we just wanted to see, as I said, maybe keywords between, I actually said between 1 and 2,000, but if we'd wanted this, we can just set our filters between 1 and 3,000, and instantly we're having a load of related keywords here that we might find of interest. Okay, so yeah, there's actually different product ideas here. So a wall organizer with hooks, so that's got 2,500 searches a month, and only, well, it's got under 3,000 competing products. We need to sell 56 in 8 days to get to page 1. That could well be a very strong product idea. So can you see how I think when I'm going through the product research phase? So Sam actually leads our product research department here, but we all have a bit of an input, and I've done plenty over the years. And yeah, I need to stay involved in it so that I can pass on some of that information to you guys. But can you see how powerful some of these tools are? And we have access to so much data by using something like Helium 10. Okay, so dive through, look at the data, look what the keywords are telling you, and look for the opportunity. Okay, once you've found some good low competition keywords, get them in your title and build a product offering around that keyword. Okay, now the reason I thought this was a good one was because, well, we can see here we've got a load of different options, but this is a listing on Alibaba that for between 59 and 60 cents, I would imagine, yeah, it's per piece. So we could quite easily put together, say, 6 of these for, I don't know, maybe around $3, $3.50. And if we were to order, say, 250 units of this for our first order at $3.50, then we would be spending under $1,000, I believe. So let's actually just work that out. So if we were ordering 250 units, each unit was costing us $3.50. $875 for our very first Amazon order. Okay, that's why I believe that even if you've only got $1,000, you could invest your money into a listing, into a product offering like this, as long as you found a good supplier. And yeah, you could have those 250 units received in Amazon, run some PPC campaigns, get your listing looking brilliant, find some influencers on Instagram that might be happy to receive your product for free. You could do that with 5 units. Because this is such low competition, it's really going to take us hardly any effort at all to get this ranking on page 1 for a keyword of interest. Even if that keyword only has around 1,000 searches a month, well, we can really build on that. If our conversion rate is 10% and we have 1,000 people actually clicking on our listing, well, that's 100 units a month. If you're selling 100 units a month, you're not doing too badly. And after a month, you would put in your next order. And next time around, you might decide to order 400 units, 500 units. And that's how you start to build your Amazon business. So you don't need loads of money to get started with this, okay? You will have to be very creative in some ways. If you've got time, you can do this. So if you don't have the money, you're going to need to put in more of your time. And really, I would usually say to people, look, try and get started with around $2,000, because there will be other expenses that maybe you haven't accounted for, but I'm sure you can see how this can be really, really useful. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're interested in learning more about how we started our Amazon business, check out the link to our Amazon training in the description. We literally pass on 5 years worth of experience in that training. We've already had loads and loads of people go through the training and they absolutely love it. So guys, thanks for stopping by. There'll be more from us very, very soon.